In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make this adorable herringbone beanie. It's constructed using the rectangle method, and it consists of a 2-row pattern repeat, so very suitable for beginners. For this pattern, you'll need 1 skein of worsted weight yarn, 2 stitch markers, scissors, a needle, and then I'm using a 5.5 millimeter hook. In this tutorial, I'm going to be making a large adult beanie. If you want to make it in different sizes, I will have a link down below to where you can purchase the pattern. But I'm just going to start by making a slip knot and chaining 43. Another way to make sure your chain is the right length is just measure from the crown of your head to your eyebrows, and then add about 3 inches for the fold-up brim. Once you're done with your chain, working in back bumps only or the front chains, whichever you prefer, you're going to want to single crochet in the second chain from the hook, or in this case, the second back bump. And you're going to want to single crochet however long you want the brim fold up to be. So for this specific pattern, I'm going to be doing 12 single crochets. So once you're done with your single crochets, I prefer to use a stitch marker to mark the last stitch before we move on to the herringbone double crochet, which if you've never done the herringbone, it is very similar to a double crochet. So to do this stitch, you're going to want to yarn over, insert your hook into the indicated stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, pull through that first loop on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over and pull through both loops. So I'll show you that one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook into your stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through that first loop on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. So we're going to be doing herringbone double crochets until we get to the last 5 stitches of the row. So for this pattern, I'm going to be completing 25 herringbone double crochets. So when you get to your last 5 stitches, you can go ahead and do slip stitches in each of those, but make sure to keep your tension looser because it'll make it a lot easier to put your hook in during the next round. Once you completed the 5 slip stitches, we are going to chain 1, and that is not going to count as a stitch. And I'm also going to be putting a stitch marker into my first slip stitch before we turn our work to start the second row. So for this pattern, we will be working in the back loops only. And for the second row repeat, you're just going to be doing your 5 slip stitches, and then the rest of the row will be single crochets. So for this particular beanie, I'm doing 37 single crochets, which will give me a total of 42 stitches. And once you are done with your second row, that is the pattern repeat. So you're just going to do your 12 or however many single crochets you did for the brim, your herringbone double crochets, 5 slip stitches at the end, and then the next row will be the single crochet row. So repeat that until it is able to fit around your head. I believe I did 63 rows for this beanie. So yeah, just meet me at the end and we will seam it up. Okay guys, so you have almost made it to the end. Here is what my beanie or my rectangle looks like. You want to make sure that you end on a row 2 repeat. So you want to end at the bottom of the hat. So then when we seam it up, we'll be at the top of the hat and you'll be able to cinch it together. So you want to fold your rectangle so the row that you just did meets up with row 1. And again, you want to be sure that you are on the side where the fold up brim will be. So we're going to be seaming this together through slip stitches. And I like to go through the back loop only of the stitch that is closest to you, and then the front loop only of the stitch that is farthest from you. So I'll show you that a couple more times, and then just seam your rectangle all the way up, and I'll meet you back at the top. So once you finish the last row, you're going to want to cut off your ends, but be sure to leave a pretty long tail so we have enough for seaming up the top as well as weaving in our ends. So you're going to want to pull your yarn through, and then at this point we will be flipping the beanie inside out so the right side is on the outside. So now to seam up the beanie, just grab your needle and thread your yarn through it, and then we'll pretty much just be weaving our needle in and out all the way around the top. And I would say about every 2 rows. You don't have to be exact with this, but it will look better if it's more consistent. So do that all the way around, and then meet me at the beginning. So once you get back to where you started, you can go ahead and pull your yarn to cinch the top closed. And as you can see, there will be a very small opening at the top, which is okay. You just want to cinch it until you can get it pretty much all the way closed. But then what I like to do is weave my yarn in and out of the top just to kind of secure the hole shut. And then after that, you just want to weave your ends really good, and then you can tie it off and fold up the brim. And that is it. Your beanie is finished. So I do suggest blocking this. If you're someone like me and your tension is not always perfect, it will really help the yarn fibers to relax, and the beanie will just lay a lot nicer. So I am going to go block this, and then let's try it on. Okay guys, so here is the finished beanie. I really love how it turned out. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was my very first one, so I apologize if it was a little rocky. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and if you'd like to see more crochet tutorials, subscribe for more.